What is up? This is Simo. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to Nova Scotia. It is a fantastic day out, so let's go for a ride. Alright guys, first of all I just want to say thanks for stopping by. This is the first video I'm putting out, so you know, I hope you guys enjoy the content. The idea behind it is, over the last 2 years have been hard on a lot of people, so I found that one of the things that really helped me was kind of getting out on my bike and just talking into my helmet, right? And at least this way people can come along for the ride, because I live in a phenomenal place of the world, Eastern Canada. So I live in Nova Scotia. I live just outside of Halifax. Today we're in Hubbards, which has got an amazing beach. We might see some of the ocean, I don't know, we'll see, but I figure we'd just go out for a ride and kind of let me talk about nothing for a little bit. It's funny, like, so obviously by my accent you can tell I'm not from here. I'm just I moved here about 10 years ago, so I'm still exploring the province myself, so you know, we can do that together. That'll be fun, right? There's Hubbards, there's the ocean, or well, the inlet anyway. The beach is just kind of down this side road. There's some lovely houses. There's a bar, pub, restaurant called the Shore Club just down the way. Phenomenal live music, really good food, really good lobster. A little out of the way obviously, but really nice place to be. So yeah, anyway, this is kind of a test ride, shakeout ride. See if the equipment works, see if the video works. We'll hit up some of the coast, maybe show you the bike, kind of go from there. I don't expect it to be a particularly long video, and living in Eastern Canada, I can't really put out a whole bunch of videos all of the time. I can't ride for 5 months of the year, and there's 2 more months where I can ride, but it's not what I would consider comfortable. As I've got older, I've very much turned from a die-hard rider who would use their bike in all weather as a primary mode of transportation to this is my time. This is the time that I'm going to take to relax and just, I've got a wife, I've got 2 kids at home. They're off doing their own thing. I'm lucky enough that I can get out for a little bit on my own. That is some cloud coming in. I have a feeling I'm going to be riding directly into a thunderstorm, or directly into a considerable amount of fog. Anyway, this is Queensland Beach. Water's lovely for Nova Scotia. You can't really see much beyond the beach there, but anyway, we'll ride through this and pick it up on the other side as we get a little bit closer into the city. Hopefully I'll be able to outrun the clouds. I mean, if I can't, I can't. If I can, I can. I don't think much rain is in the forecast, so it should just be a little bit of fog. Anyway, so I picked up a bike. I've rode bikes a lot. I've rode bikes pretty much my whole life, but then I stopped riding. I want to say about, well, it was when I moved here. And then there was always something that came up that stopped me getting a bike again. Like, had kids. Obviously that's an expense. So I got myself back into the position where I could get a bike. I didn't want, without, you know, financially exerting myself too much. I would have liked a bigger bike. However, it's funny, so I ride a 2020 Harley Davidson Iron 1200, which I've done a few things to, and we'll kind of chat about that either today or maybe on another video, I don't know. I was actually originally looking at a bigger bike by a different brand, and I'd been in the dealership, I don't know, I've got to say 10 times looking at this thing. And I think what I ended up doing was giving the impression to the salespeople that I was never going to buy, that I wasn't serious. So on the day where I finally thought, you know, I was sat at my desk in my office, and I was like, ah, you know what, it's time, let's go get a bike. I jumped in the car, went up to the dealership. I knew the one that I wanted. I'd been sat on it, you know, 10 times. But before you knew it, well, not before you knew it, I just got ignored. Completely ignored. My guys I'd spoken to a few times. Sat there for about 40 minutes on this bike. And eventually I was just like, oh, you know what? Let's go to the Harley Davidson dealership. At that point, everything was wide open again. And I originally went in there and I was looking for a used bike. They didn't really have a selection. At least they didn't have anything that I wanted. So then I went into the new portion and kind of sat on a few big bikes like the road glides and the street glides. Now that is something that I aspire to own eventually, but I'm not there yet. And then there was a bunch of Iron 83s. Anyway, there was this one Iron 1200, and it was actually the paint job that attracted me to it. It's in billiard blue, so it's got the retro Harley Davidson with the coloured stripes on it. And again, I'll show you it. I'll pull over at some point in a park. I'll find a parking lot that I can pull into, and we can check it out. Maybe go through the mods. But sat on it. I like the fit. Price was right. Bought it that day, and away you go, right? And then, as I said, so that was early 2020, like early in the season 2020. When I say the season, I mean the riding season for Nova Scotia. So I picked this thing up, ran around the province in it, ran around the province on it for a little while, and then started playing with it, making a few changes here and there. And that takes us to today. I love it out here. My wife's grandparents, when I first moved over here, we used to come out to her grandparents' place, which was just past it. It was right on the beach, and it is such a nice place. Anyway, so for the last 2 years, I've kind of used the bike to explore Nova Scotia, the parts of Nova Scotia that I hadn't got to see. And it is such a lovely place. You know, I watch YouTube and I watch the motor vlogs, and I watch guys go out on their bikes and explore, you know, ride around in Texas and Pennsylvania, and they're awesome. And Florida. You know, I would love to go down there. I'd love to go to Sturgis. That's happening right now. But I'm not quite there yet. Like, I can't take the time off work, and it's a big thing. Anyway, I love watching it, and it's a fantastic thing. It's a fantastic thing to be able to watch people ride roads that I might never ride. But there wasn't much content from here. So I was like, well, I have a GoPro, and I have a Tascam for work, and I know that's what some YouTubers use, so why not? Why not give it a go? And here we are for the first rip out. So hopefully you guys will stick around and, you know, hit that subscribe button and the notification button, and we can go out on a couple of rides together. As I said, it won't be a full year thing because I can't ride. You know, once the snow comes down, I'm not riding. Once the fall hits, it gets wet. So that's me out. As you can tell, it's a green place. Out here is not too bad. Out here is very coniferous, but once you get closer to where I am, it's a lot of leaves on the road, a lot of wet leaves on the road in fall. Not going to happen. I don't fancy as much as I would like to put out content all year. I certainly ain't killing myself for a video in November. But luckily we have fantastic summers. We have long summers, so I'll still be riding into October, November, because we have nice falls, and you guys will get to see some of Nova Scotia at least. And hey, if there's anybody local that wants to come out for a ride, come out for a ride, and we'll record it and show people what the score is, show people Nova Scotia and where we live and where we ride, because there are some lovely roads. There are some lovely roads. You ain't going to see much of one today because this is just the highway, but let's pull up here and I can show you the bike. Okay, so as I said, I ride a 2020 Iron 1200. Couple of things. It's been fantastic for me for the last couple of years, and it'll be fantastic for me for a while longer, I think, until I start to get into some longer rides. I went on a couple of, 300-400 kilometer day trips, and it would have been nice to have some bags rather than a sissy bar bag that I had. It would have just been a bit nicer to have some saddlebags, but it got done. We got through it. So starting from the front, there's a few things that have been done. As you can tell, I've relocated the signal lights down onto the forks, and I did that when I mounted the quarter fairing and the laminar lip. I've flipped the mirrors because I just prefer that clean line across the top. I've switched out the grips to have these Vans grips. They're a little bit wider than the Harley grips, and they're a lot stickier. Because they're a little bit more rubbery, they take out some of the vibration. Sticking up there, I have the Biltwell window handlebar, 12-inch or 10-inch, I can't remember. Along with 2-inch risers on there just to lift the speedo up a little bit. I have a 1-inch tank lift and wire tuck. Same thing you see on almost every Sportster out there. The 90-degree K&N air filter, along with the coil relocate over there, and the Stage 1 tune. I use a Screaming Eagle tune because it's a warranty thing, so I kept with the Screaming Eagle one because that allowed me to keep the warranty on the engine, obviously. Cobra 909 Speedsters. I was going to go with the short shots, but everyone has the Vance & Hatton short shots, so I just wanted something that looked and sounded a little bit different, so I went with the Cobra 909s. Saddlemen step up seat. Put a small sissy bar that I found on Amazon on the back. I did it originally for looks, but then I got a sissy bar bag, so it works out perfectly. And I've relocated the license plate to the side there, as well as the brake light has been tucked under the tail. So yeah, I think that's everything. Oh, and I've put forward controls on it. I found that I'm not that tall, I'm 5'9", but I found that sitting for long periods of time with my feet in the mid position just didn't really work for me, so I felt a little bit cramped, my hips, so I moved them forward and I've had a much better time since. So yeah, I think that's everything for the bike. Anyway, it's fantastic, does me really well. So let's see if we can get back into the city and beat that miss. We'll ride back into it, quickly hit that roundabout, swing a left down to Bootilier's Point, and then go from there. We'll start the bike up. You can hear what the 909s sound like. Obviously it's warm, so it's a warm start, and I hope you guys can pick this up, but it sounds fantastic to me anyway. Yeah. So let's go back into the city. See if we can beat those clouds. Go from there. Anyway, I will pick it up when we get a little bit closer. Actually, you know what? I'm going to rip back on the highway. I'll pick us up when we get a little bit closer into the city so that the wind noise doesn't ruin this, because I don't know how this mic setup will work on the highway. Alright, catch you in a little bit. Alright, we are back. So it's still a lovely day. We managed to outrun the clouds. The temperature's come up by 2 or 3 degrees. I'm still on my bike. It doesn't really get much better, does it? I don't think so. Anyway, we're close to the city now. We're in an area called Prospect, or going into an area called Prospect, I should say. I think I'm gonna cut the video sometime soon, but you know, might as well enjoy it for a little bit longer, eh? I don't even know what time is it. 4:30, alright. Well, dude, it's 4:30, it is 28 degrees. What a day. As my boss would say, what a time to be alive. I played a lot of golf out here. There's a short course called Indian Lake, which is out here. I am a terrible golfer. At least, you know, relatively terrible compared to a lot of people I play with, but Indian Lake is a short course, so I don't have to slice my driver quite as often as I do on a full-size course. And there's a driving range just up here on the left. Oh, while we're riding and I'm waving my hands around, I should say, I get asked a lot by people about these gloves. So these gloves are by Odin. They're a Canadian company. I've got a couple of sets of gloves by them. I've worn a lot of different types of gloves. These are the ones that I like the best, or at least this brand is what I like the best. So I can't remember what these are called. I think the Bar. Really nice leather on the palm, really nice and sticky for the grips. Nice and cool on the top of the hand. I also have a pair of their full leather gloves, which names I forget now. I think they're called the Heavy Hitters or something like that. They've got a reinforced knuckle, full leather palm, full leather top of hand. Really, really nice set of gloves. When the weather gets colder, that's kind of what I flip to. So yeah, Halifax Motorsports, they just became a Triumph dealer, I think. There is a Triumph dealer somewhere out here. I could be completely wrong. When I was originally in the market for a bike, I told you I was looking at a different brand. It wasn't Triumph, because at the time we had no way of buying Triumph bikes in Nova Scotia, or at least in the Halifax area. That's changed now. I know that there is a Triumph dealer. I thought it was Halifax Motorsports. It would shock me that they didn't have if they didn't have some kind of advertisement. I didn't see any Triumph signs, so you know, I could be all wrong. I do wish this this camper would get out the way so you can see the road as we go down it, because it's a really nice area. If you follow this area down, you'll actually hit Peggy's Cove, which I think will be a little bit long for this journey, or this ride, because I am worried about those clouds coming down the coast a little bit, but we'll go out there sometime. We'll do a little loop down to Peggy's Cove. Really nice roads, really nice ocean, really nice lookouts. Wow, what is all the traffic? It is Friday, but this is a remarkable amount of traffic coming back into the city. So there's Indian Lake. It's the golf course is down that road. The driving range is right there. I have lost so many golf balls at Indian Lake. Like I said, it's a short course, and I do better on it than I do on a long course. But I have lost so many golf balls. It's insane. It's insane. Oh well, never mind. There are worse ways to waste money, right? And then Granite Springs is out here, which is a full-size golf course, or a full-length golf course. Again, I have lost so many golf balls. Never mind. Never mind, eh? Tree Works. I used to work for them. Oh well, listen, anyway, I want to say thank you very much for tuning in. If you stuck this long, if you stuck with the video this long, thank you. I really appreciate it. If you want to comment. If you want to like. If you want to subscribe. As I said, I'll keep putting these things out while the weather is conducive to riding. I don't know how long that'll be. I can't promise a video a week. I certainly can't promise 2 videos a week. I might get out a video a week during riding season. I might not. I don't know. I'm going to sneak by this guy right here. Why not, eh? So anyway, yeah, thank you very much. And hey, listen, I hope to see you again. Go for a ride anytime. Cheers.